Hey, welcome back to Diablo 2 Resurrected as the Necromancer. In this episode, we are going to enter the Worldstone Keep and see what we can do in the Worldstone Keep. See how far we can make it. And see what is going to annihilate us here in the Worldstone Keep. I am more than terrified that we are going to get our butts totally handed to us here. But who's to say, man? Who's to say? Let's just do our best. So far we have Ghoul Lords and Unholy Corpses, which is not anything we can't handle. So let's go ahead and try to handle that. We're going to go ahead and revive some Ghoul Lords, because you know what? Ghoul Lords are going to be helpful for us. So let's go ahead and go with that. Oh no, we have Dire Crawler the Destroyer. Extra fast, Mana Burn, and Fire Enchanted. Oh no, we have Invaders too. We also have Invaders. Invaders are scary. Invaders are quite scary, but you know what? We can handle it. I'm not a fan of the fact that we have so much fire being utilized right now. The good thing, though, is that our skeletons have some pretty high elemental resistances. So, again, we can probably handle this alright. But these champion invaders are going to be a bit of an issue. Ghoul Lord Corpse. Ghoul Lord Corpse. Okay, so we have a couple of... We have 5 Ghoul Lords now. Which is going to be a significant help for us. So we don't need potions. Man, look at all these Unholy Corpses. I'm not really scared of Unholy Corpses because they deal only melee damage, and their melee damage is going to hurt them just as bad as it, you know, hurts us, I guess. So I'm not concerned. Hello there, Rejuvenation Potion. I'm going to go ahead and drink you. Get my mana back. We don't need any other potions, so thank you very much. Oh no, we have some ghostly Ghoul Lords as well, a ghostly and a champion and so on and so forth. I'm going to go ahead and raise a skeleton. Raise a lovely, lovely skeleton. Man, there's a lot of vampires here. Lots of fire being used, which is just fine. Ghoul Lords are immune to cold. They're not immune to fire, even though they're using fire damage. They are not immune to fire, which is just fine, and what I like to see, because that means my Ghoul Lords can actually do damage to these enemy Ghoul Lords. So we can go ahead and continue on doing what we're doing. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. There's a mithril point there. Hello there, full rejuvenation potion. I will go ahead and take that. Put that somewhere. We'll go ahead and put that right there. There's a regular rejuvenation potion. I suppose I'll just go ahead and put that in my pockets just for the sake of having it. And go ahead and continue this direction. See where this direction leads us. Hello there, invaders. What do invaders do? They give themselves some kind of enchanted ability when they start attacking us. I'm not entirely sure what that little blue thing above their heads is. I'm not sure if that's something that gives them a faster attack speed or what it is, but it's not a big deal. Still a bit of a non-issue for us. So thank you very much, but no thank you very much. Okay, let's go ahead and continue going. Oop, there's nothing this way. This was a dead end. This was a dead end, so let's go ahead and go this direction. There's a refilling shrine. I don't really need that refilling shrine, but I'll take it anyways. So Unholy Corpses are immune to poison, which is fine, because I only have 1 poison mage. And I don't think my minions are dealing poison damage aside from that poison mage, so I feel like we are just fine there. So hopefully we can actually find the way forward quickly. That would be absolutely wonderful. But the main problem is that the Worldstone Keep is quite a large place. So if we don't find the way forward quickly, I will not be surprised. If it takes us some time to do this, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised whatsoever if this takes us some time to do. Because that's just the reality of things. Alright, let's go ahead and revive a couple of invaders, as well as a ghoul, yeah, a couple of invaders, I guess. Ouch. There was somebody with a Frost Nova there. I don't appreciate that. Don't appreciate that Frost Nova. Didn't have a chance to react to it. Oh, there's another full rejuvenation potion there. I suppose I'll take that. A superior long staff. Does that superior long staff do anything? Ooh, it does some stuff. So I suppose I can go ahead and sell that staff. Is there anything I can raise? Yes, there is, as a matter of fact. So let's continue going this way. Is there anything this way? There's a ton of things this way. So let's just curse the hell out of them. Let's just curse the hell out of them, I suppose. I suppose the curses might be effective. Flipping them all the bird might be an effective strategy. Ghoul Lord, there we go. Give ourselves some vampire friends. The last thing we don't want to revive any unholy corpses for the simple fact that they move so slowly. This is something we've established prior, so we are not going to concern ourselves with that. Okay, let's go ahead and go this way. This should be the way to the next level, right here, yes. The World Stone Keep level 2. I'm not sure how many levels there are in this place. I would certainly hope there's not too many. Oh no, greater hell spawns. As well as serpent maguses. I'm a little bit concerned about that for the simple fact that they deal long-range bone spear damage. So that could be a potential concern. But that's okay. We can handle it, I think. Oh no, I'm taking a whole bunch of poison damage. What is poisoning me right now? That's the question I'm asking. I'm not entirely sure what's poisoning me right now. Not entirely sure what's poisoning me right now, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. I guess I just have to kind of avoid it. There must be something there that's poisoning me. I'm not entirely sure what. But it doesn't really matter. I can pick up a couple of town portal scrolls, which is what I'm gonna do. Oh no, we have steel scarabs as well. Man, there's quite a variety of enemies in this place. Which is kind of a concern for us. But our skeletons are pretty powerful, so I'm pretty confident that we can get through this. Hello there, Flawless Topaz. I mean, we're not really terrified in any way of greater hell spawns for the simple fact that they deal only melee damage, and they are dealing damage back to themselves, as we have previously established, with amplify damage, so they can go ahead and do that. I suppose what I can do is I can go ahead and raise some steel scarabs. I suppose that's something I can do. Is that something I can do? Go ahead and raise a couple of steel scarabs as well as those, I guess, is what I can do. Just to give ourselves a few more little things that we might want. Go ahead and go this way. Hello there, serpent maguses. I'm still not sure what was poisoning me before. There must be something that was poisoning me before. I couldn't tell you what it was. Okay, raise our skeleton. What did I just pick up there? Scale nail. What did I just pick up there? Bolts. I don't need to pick up any of that. The superior gnarled staff. Ooh, I could probably sell that. Sell that for a decent amount. Hello there, Experience Shrine. Thank you very much for existing, Mr. Experience Shrine. I appreciate you. There is nothing this way. There is nothing over here. So let's go ahead and go back and try this again and see if we can destroy the world in another direction. Ouch. Taking a lot of unnecessary damage here from these frickin' bone spears, from these serpent maguses. Okay, let's go this way. I am not concerned about you, greater hell spawns. You guys are the least of my worries. The absolute least of my freaking worries. I'm much more terrified of serpent maguses as well as bone scarabs than you guys. But the good thing is that I do have bone scarabs on my side, so that helps. It's just unfortunate that when my bone scarabs take damage, they don't use any of their lightning damage, which is unfortunate. It'd be kind of nice if they shot out lightning when they were hit on my side as well, but they don't do that, unfortunately. But I don't need them to. They deal a pretty decent amount of damage by themselves, which helps. Steel Scarab, Steel Scarab, Steel Scarab, and Steel Scarab. Let's go ahead and raise a ton of Steel Scarabs. Grab a ton of those guys. And let them annihilate the entire world. Which is what I like them to do. Okay, let's go. Ooh, okay, we gotta go this way. Hello there, Mana Shrine. I will gladly accept your existence, because I am quite low on mana, so thank you very much. So Steel Scarabs are immune to lightning, which I suppose makes some level of sense. We have 2 lightning mages, so those lightning mages are not helping us whatsoever, but that's okay. They are helping us in most instances, but not when we are dealing with Steel Scarabs. They are not helping. But that is okay, not a big deal. Nothing we cannot handle. Nothing we are incapable of dealing with. Superior plate mail. I don't need superior plate mail. So I would like to think we're going the right way. This whole direction keeps on going this direction. So I would certainly hope we're going the right way. But who's to say? You never know. You never know which direction is the right way to go until you find the right way to go. So let's just keep on going. Oh no, Oospell the Unholy. Spectral Hit, Cursed, and Cold Enchanted. You guys are going to be an issue. For as long as my... Ow. For as long as my minions continue to attacking things that are not you. Man, we are finding full rejuvenation potions left and right here. Which is super nice. Gonna be using all of those full rejuvenation potions in the fight against Bale. So let's go ahead and use all of those full rejuvenation potions in the fight against Bale. It's pretty great. And just like that, we have made it to level 3. So let's go ahead and go on to level 3. Level 3. What are we dealing with in level 3? We got blood bosses. So we've got some exploding fire boars now. Exploding fire boars and blood bosses. I mean, blood bosses are really not all that scary. They don't really have all that much life. They deal a decent amount of damage, but they really don't have all that much life. So I'm not particularly concerned about them. So they can exist if they choose to exist. Let's go ahead and revive some blood bosses. Doomhack the Cold, Lightning Enchanted, Fire Enchanted, and Cold Enchanted. So he's got all three major enchantedness. Enchantments, I should say. Another full rejuvenation potion. Holy cow. I am not going to be upset about all of these rejuvenation potions, because they will definitely be very helpful in the fight against Bale. What are you laughing about there, Bale? What are you laughing about there, guy? You got nothing to laugh about. Your death is set in stone, my friend. So you can laugh as much as you want to laugh, but it's not going to prove anything to yourself. You are not going to prove anything to yourself by laughing, I can tell you that. I can tell you that confidently. Alright, let's go ahead and raise some of our skeletons back up here. Get our skeletons back up to snuff. Man, why are all these Hell Temptresses just hanging out inside of each other? They're not moving or anything, they're just kind of hanging out right next to each other. I mean, they're in such a tight-knit pack, it makes me think there's an elite in there, but there are no elites. We're all just hanging out right next to each other for some reason. Who's to say why? Who is to say why? So go ahead and kill them. Pick up all that gold. It's what we like to do. There's an amulet over here. Go ahead and pick up that there amulet. And continue ever forward. Continue ever forward. Going this way, that's not the right way to go. So we'll go this way. This is also not the right way to go, so I guess we're going the other way. So I guess we're going the other way. Which direction is the right way? Hopefully it's this way. More Hell Temptresses. Hell Temptresses are immune to physical. So no wonder they were taking 1,000 years to kill. No wonder they were taking 1,000 years to kill. It's because they are immune to physical. So that could prove to be a potential issue. That could prove to be a potential issue. Just slightly, maybe possibly. Just slightly, maybe possibly, not too much. Some regular gauntlets there that have a defense of 21. Alright, let's go ahead and revive some Hell Temptresses here. Revive some Hell Temptresses. As well as a Blood Boss and a Fire Boar. Just to have a ton of new revivals. And I'm more than glad we're finding so many rejuvenation potions. It's really helping us out a whole lot. It is really helping us out a whole lot. So let's go ahead and hope we keep on finding those. Let's just go ahead and hope we keep on finding more and more of those. Man, this room was absolutely chock full of enemies. Oh no, it's blood poison. Extra fast or enchanted and then lightning enchanted, and I'm getting totally annihilated right now. I am getting my butt totally handed to me from that, from those Hell Temptresses over there. So let's go ahead and not have that happen. Oh, we have two elites. We have two elites here. Which is kind of not a surprise considering we're getting slowed down so much. Because we are getting slowed down so much, I am not surprised we have two elites to deal with. So let's go ahead and go over here and take on this elite pack. Can we do that? Can we do such things? My blood golem died a very painful death. But that is okay. We have a ton of other minions that can take care of all of this relatively simply, I think. I am not too awfully concerned. I am not too awfully concerned about this. My skeletons are very, very powerful. And they're not dying too rapidly. They're dying very slowly. And they're very easy to revive. So let's go ahead and revive some Hell Temptresses. Revive a couple of Hell Temptresses. Can I revive a Demon Sprite as well? Is that also something I can do? Suppose I'll go ahead and do that. Man, there's enemies all over the place in this one. They are not in any particularly tight-knit pack. They are just kind of scattered all over the place. Which is making life just a little bit more difficult for me. Hello there, Mana Shrine. I will gladly take you, Mr. Mana Shrine. Yeah, the enemies are just scattered all about here. Which is, again, making traversing this a bit of a pain in the ass, but that is okay. What'd I just pick up there? A superior hand axe. I don't want that. Ouch. Don't take damage unnecessarily. Okay, these blood bosses are really a non-issue. They have nothing that they can whip into shape. They're just kind of whipping us. Which is totally fine. They can go ahead and keep on doing that if they so choose. Man, there's no elite blood boss. There's just like a ton of them all over the place. There is just a ton of them all over the place. Alright, we're going to revive our skeleton. And once again, we have skeletal Hell Temptresses. Again, I don't know what decides whether the Hell Temptresses spawn as fully skin-husked Hell Temptresses, or whether they spawn as skeletal Hell Temptresses. I'm not entirely sure what decides that, but no big deal, I guess. Doesn't really matter, they still get the job done. Alright, let's go this way. See what's this way. Anything? Anything at all? Anything at all this way. Besides 1,000 enemies. Besides 1,000 things that must be killed. So we are cursed by these Hell Temptresses. I'm not entirely sure what their curse does. I know I've looked it up several times, but I can never remember what it does. I want to say that what it does is that it damages me when I use spells, but I'm not entirely positive. I might be wrong about that. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I am wrong about that. As a matter of fact, I am pretty sure I am wrong about that. Alright, let's go ahead and revive, and revive. Vile Drool the Hunter. Very simple to take care of. There's a flawed amethyst. I don't want a flawed amethyst. A flawed gem is not something we desire. Way too low of a level of a gem for us to worry about it. Way too low of a skill of a gem. So yeah, Hell Temptresses are proving to be a bit of a pain in the ass for the simple fact that they are immune to physical. So this could prove to be an issue. Alright, well here we are. Here we are at the way to the Throne of Destruction. Kill Baal's minions. Alright, well let's go ahead and do that, I guess. Let's go ahead and make our way over to Baal's minions. I am more than scared that we are going to get absolutely destroyed here. As we have several times in the past when we made it here. We got ourselves totally killed. But we have to enter this with confidence. We have to enter this with the sense that we are going to be able to do this relatively easily. But there is no guarantees and no nothing. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and revive some Serpent Maguses. Can I do that? Can I revive some serpents? Well, there we go. That's what I like to see. So now we have some Serpent Maguses on our side. And just like that, we are... Oh, not quite there yet. Okay, let's go ahead and kill off these guys here. Might as well just go ahead and kill off these Champion Maguses. There's an Assailant. That's interesting. 10,000 gold. That's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy town. What was that, a super healing potion? It was a greater healing potion. Alright, so we're kind of being distracted by a ton of things away from where we want to be. So let's go ahead and, I suppose, kill off these things. Kill off these things, and then go into the main room, which is going to be over here, I think. Yes, alright. Okay, I'm going to try to do this without disturbing Baal, first of all. So let's go ahead and kill off these things without disturbing Baal, if can be entirely helped, because I want to clear out this room before he starts spawning his friends. So let's go ahead and do that. Do that before he starts spawning his friends. Are assailants immune to physical? I mean, they're kind of surviving a lot easier than I want them to be. Okay, Baal, have at thee. Have at thee with your friends. Okay, what's first? Are they warped ones? Are the warped ones first? Yes. The warped ones are first. So let's go ahead and take care of these warped ones. Palenzo the Annihilator. He's lightning enchanted, fire enchanted, and teleportation. That was relatively simple. That was relatively simple. So thank you for being simple, Mr. Guy. What's next? We got Unravelers. Unravelers are gonna be a bit of a concern. And I'm taking a huge amount of damage. Taking a huge amount of damage here. I'm gonna have to go back to town here real quick because I'm so badly poisoned that I'm gonna have to take some healing here. That I'm gonna have to heal myself. Okay, so this is gonna be a bit of an issue. This is gonna prove to be a bit of an issue. These death mages are going to be the death of me, as their name implies. As their name implies, they're going to be a bit of an issue. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm just gonna go ahead and have to revive all of these undead as they die. So these Unravelers have nothing to raise. So I suppose that's what we're going to have to do. Just going to have to raise as these guys get destroyed. So let's go ahead and do that. Akmel the Cursed. That is who is next, is Akmel the Cursed. Is he teleportation? He must be. He must be. Okay, so I think we're pretty good here. As long as we keep up what we're doing here. Except this whole area is very, very scary. So these death mages, they're immune to cold because they are cold mages. Which doesn't surprise me. So can we go ahead and kill off that there death mage and raise that death mage? It's just unfortunate that they are immune to cold. So these death mages are not dealing any damage back to each other. Which is the only unfortunate thing. Man, why am I being poisoned so badly? Why am I being poisoned so badly? Who's to say, man? Who's to say? Who's to say why I'm being poisoned so badly? Okay, we got our minions back up to snuff here. So let's go ahead and take this thing on again with a full allotment of minions. But once again, I am poisoned. Not a fan of being poisoned. It's not necessarily something I'm a fan of. So can we avoid that? Can we avoid being poisoned? Because I'm not entirely sure what's poisoning me right now. There must be something that's poisoning me. I couldn't tell you what it is. Get out of here, Akmel. Without Akmel, these things should be relatively easy to kill. So let's go ahead and just get rid of the rest of these things. Get rid of the rest of these things and it should be relatively simple to do. Because I don't think there's any more Unravelers, so this should be relatively easy. Ellie, you're taking a huge amount of damage, so I'm going to go ahead and heal you real quick. Before you die a painful death. Why are those death mages hanging out up there? That is not what I want them to do. That is not necessarily what I want them to do. So go ahead and hang out down here, you guys. So I can actually attack you. Okay, what's next? Oh, we got frickin' council members. Council members are going to prove to be an issue. Council members are going to prove to be a bit of an issue. Yeah, council members are going to prove to be a potential issue. Actually, you know, they're actually not really that much of a problem. Well, they kind of are, actually. Okay, so these council members are kind of proving to be a bit of a problem. But that's okay. I can very easily revive some more of them to give myself some council members on my side. So that's going to help out. So let's go ahead and revive a couple of council members. And give ourselves some council members and destroy the world with them. Alright, so that went a lot better that time. That went a lot better that time. What's next? Are they the minions of destruction? Nope, not yet. We have Venom Lords. Venom Lords are going to be a problem. They are immune to poison. So good luck. Good luck to everybody involved. But this should be relatively easy. for the simple fact that they all do deal melee damage. So this should be relatively simple to take care of these guys. Ventar the Unholy. I mean, with all of these council members, this should be relatively simple to do. If I do say so myself, this should be relatively simple. So let's go ahead and take care of this. 8,000 gold I will gladly take. Super healing potion I will gladly take. Because you know what, I definitely need that. Regular, greater mana potion, I'll take that as well. Alright, now is it time for the minions of destruction. Is it time for the minions of destruction now? Yes, now it is time for the minions of destruction. The minions of destruction should be relatively easy to kill for the simple fact that, again, we have the thorns damage. So they shouldn't be all that hard to kill. So let's go ahead and just try to take care of these darn things. Let's go ahead and try to take care of these darn things. Lister the Tormentor. I'm not really scared of you, Lister the Tormentor. I am not all that scared of you. Alright, let's go ahead and take on our good friend Bale, I suppose. So let's go ahead and take on Bale. And see if we can actually get this taken care of. Kill Bale. Let's see how bad this is gonna go. Let's see how bad this is gonna go. And just like that, we have completed the storyline all the way through Hell difficulty by defeating Bale in Hell difficulty. Amazing! This is the first time I have ever done this in this game. I have never completed the main storyline through Hell difficulty. So this is a milestone for me. I have never done this, so this is fan-freaking-tastic. Huzzah! We have done it! We have done it. Alright, let's go ahead and clear out our inventory a little bit so we can actually, you know, make room for some of this stuff. Clasp door, bone shield, cudgel. Can I actually carry the cudgel? I can carry the cudgel if I get rid of some of these things. Let's see here. Can I do something like that? There we go.
I am impressed, Lord. You have overcome the greatest challenge this world has ever faced and defeated the last of the primaries. However, we are too late to save the World Stone. Bale's destructive touch has corrupted it completely. Given enough time, the World Stone's energies will drain away, and the barriers between the worlds will shatter. The powers of Hell will flood into this sanctuary and eradicate your people and everything you've labored to build. Therefore, I must destroy the corrupted World Stone before the powers of Hell take root. This act will change your world forever, with consequences even I cannot foresee. However, it is the only way to ensure mankind's survival. Go now, mortal. I have opened a portal that will lead you to safety. May the eternal light shine upon you and your descendants for what you've done this day. The continued survival of mankind is your legacy. Above all else, you have earned a rest from this endless battle.
We have earned a rest. Destruction's end. Congratulations, Soren. You will be henceforth known as Patriarch Soren. Amazing! I have never become a patriarch in this game, so that is fan-freaking-tastic. Alright, guys, well, thank you for watching this whole Let's Play of Necromancer, Let's Play Diablo 2 Resurrected. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. I will see you guys next time for the final episode of this particular part of this Let's Play, when we go ahead and just play out the cow level. We're going to go ahead and do the secret cow level to end off this part of this Let's Play, and then whenever we want to go ahead and do it, we will start the next part of this Let's Play with a new class. So thank you guys so much for watching this part of this Let's Play. I will see you guys next time when we do the final video of the Necromancer portion of this Let's Play, the secret cow level. So thank you again so much for watching. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy. I will see you guys next time when we do the cow level.